Feeling a bit wobbly on your feet sometimes. Perhaps you've noticed your step isn't quite as confident as it used to be. Or maybe you've had a near miss that gave you a real fright. It's a painful reality that as we get a bit older, things like balance can change. What was once automatic, just putting one foot in front of the other, can start to feel like it requires a bit more effort, a bit more concentration, and the thought of having a fall. Well, that's a worry that keeps many people from enjoying their walks, from getting out and about. It can feel like a huge hurdle, leading to staying home more, missing out on things. And that's just no way to live, is it? But what if I told you that there's a secret? Or rather, 5 simple tricks about how you walk that can dramatically improve your balance and help you walk with more confidence, reducing that fear of falling. These aren't complicated exercises or tricky maneuvers. They're subtle adjustments to the way you already move that can make a world of difference. In this video, we're going to look at these 5 secret walking tricks. They might seem small, but put together, they can help you feel much more stable on your feet. Whether you're just pottering in the garden, heading down to the shops, or enjoying a lovely stroll in the park, make sure you watch right to the end, because there's something coming up that might truly surprise you and give you even more confidence. Let's get straight into the first trick. And it's all about how you hold yourself. Think of it as the tall spine trick. Now, you might have been told to stand up straight your whole life, but when we're walking, especially as we age, we can sometimes start to hunch over a little. Maybe we're looking down at our feet, or we're feeling a bit less secure. This hunching, even a slight one, actually shifts your center of gravity forward, making you less stable and more prone to stumbling. The tall spine trick is about consciously lifting yourself up. Imagine there's a string gently pulling you upwards from the crown of your head. It's not about being stiff or rigid. It's about elongating your spine, lifting your chest slightly, and letting your shoulders relax back, rather than letting them round forwards. When you do this, you bring your body into better alignment, stacking your head, chest, and pelvis over your feet. This naturally improves your balance. It's a bit like balancing a broomstick on your hand. It's easier when it's perfectly upright than when it's leaning. Now, how do you actually do this while you're walking? Start by thinking about where your eyes are looking, instead of staring down at your feet. Try looking about 10 to 15 feet ahead of you, roughly at eye level. This simple act of looking forward automatically encourages your head to lift, your shoulders to pull back, and your spine to lengthen. Practice this indoors first. Walk across a room and consciously lift your gaze and imagine that string pulling you up. Notice how it feels different. It might feel a little strange at first if you're used to looking down. You might think you need to look down to see where you're going. But your peripheral vision is very good, and looking ahead allows you to anticipate obstacles or changes in the ground much better than focusing directly below you. Think about when you're driving. You look down the road, not just at the bonnet. Don't you? It's the same principle for walking. The second part of this tall spine trick is thinking about your core, those muscles in your tummy and back. You don't need to brace them like you're doing a sit-up, but just gently engaging them helps support your spine and pelvis, which, again, keeps you more stable. Imagine gently drawing your belly button towards your spine, maybe about 20% of your effort, just enough to feel a bit more supported. This isn't about sucking in your stomach. It's about gentle engagement. Try standing up now and just gently engage those core muscles. Feel how it helps you stand a little taller, a little more stable. Now, try walking while maintaining that gentle engagement and looking ahead. Combine this with thinking about that string pulling you up. It takes practice, like learning any new skill. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Start with short walks, consciously focusing on these points. As you get used to it, you'll find you naturally maintain this posture for longer. What difference does this actually make? Well, when your posture is aligned, your weight is distributed more evenly through your feet, giving you a more stable base. It also frees up your hips and legs to move more smoothly, reducing that stiff or shuffling gait that can also be a tripping hazard. People often tell me they feel instantly more confident just by lifting their gaze and standing a bit taller. It changes not only how you walk, but how you feel about walking. It's a cornerstone for improving your balance, making sure you're starting every step from the most stable possible position. So, the first secret trick, the tall spine trick, is all about lifting your gaze, lengthening your spine, and gently engaging your core. It's the foundation upon which the other tricks build. Now that we've got the upright part sorted, let's think about what your feet are actually doing when they meet the ground and propel you forward. This brings us to the second secret trick, the rolling foot trick. Many people, as they get older, develop a tendency to walk flat-footed or even shuffle. This means their whole foot hits the ground at once, or they drag their feet along. Neither of these is very stable. When your whole foot lands flat, you get a bit of a jolt, and you lose that natural rocking motion that helps propel you smoothly forward and maintain balance. Shuffling is even worse, as it's a major tripping hazard, especially on uneven surfaces or carpets. The rolling foot trick is about relearning or remembering how to use your foot's natural mechanics. Think about a gentle rock and roll motion with each step. It starts with your heel. As you step forward, your heel should touch the ground first. Then, you smoothly roll your weight forward along the outside edge of your foot to the ball of your foot. And finally, you push off with your toes. Heel, roll, push, heel, roll, push. This isn't just about propelling you forward. It's crucial for balance. As you roll from heel to toe, your foot has continuous contact with the ground for longer, providing a more stable platform as your weight shifts from one leg to the other. It allows your ankle and foot muscles to work properly, giving you better control and stability. How do you practice this rolling foot trick? Pay attention to the sounds your feet make when you walk. If you hear a distinct slap sound as your foot lands flat, or a scrape from shuffling, you know you need to work on the roll. Try walking slowly on a smooth, flat surface, like a hallway indoors. Focus on feeling your heel land first, then the midfoot, then the ball of your foot, and finally the push-off from your toes. It might feel a bit exaggerated at first, like you're marching, but with practice, it becomes a smooth, fluid motion. You can even try it sitting down. Lift one foot slightly off the floor and practice rolling your foot from heel to toe. Flexing your ankle and feeling the different parts of your foot touch the imaginary ground. Then try it standing, holding onto a stable chair or counter for support, rolling from heel to toe on one foot at a time. Once you feel comfortable with the motion while standing still, integrate it into your slow walks. Remember to keep that tall spine posture from the first trick while you do this. When you combine lifting your gaze and lengthening your spine with the heel-to-toe roll, you create a much more coordinated and stable way of moving. This rolling motion also helps absorb shock better, which can be easier on your knees and hips in the long run. It's a fundamental part of an efficient and stable gait. Many falls happen because the foot doesn't clear the ground properly shuffling, or because the weight transfer is abrupt flat-footed landing. Mastering the heel-to-toe roll smooths out that weight transfer and helps ensure your foot lifts cleanly off the ground after the push-off. So, that's the rolling foot trick, making sure your feet work with the gentle heel-to-toe motion with every single step you take. Moving on from how your feet land and push off, the third secret trick is about what the rest of your body is doing, specifically your arms. This is the gentle swing trick. You might not think about your arms much when you're walking, but they play a surprisingly important role in balance. They act as natural counterweights. When you step forward with your left leg, your right arm naturally swings forward to counterbalance that movement. And when your right leg goes forward, your left arm swings. This opposite arm and leg motion helps keep your body stable and centered over your base of support. However, sometimes, as people get older, their arm swing diminishes. They might hold their arms stiffly by their sides, or perhaps hold onto a handbag, or stick in a way that restricts natural movement. Walking without a coordinated arm swing makes you less stable and can even make your gait look a bit stiff or robotic. The gentle swing trick is about allowing your arms to swing naturally and freely. It's not about pumping your arms vigorously like you're power walking. Unless that's what you want to do, It's about a relaxed, gentle swing forward and back, keeping your elbows slightly bent. How do you encourage this gentle swing first? Be mindful of what you're carrying. If you can avoid holding heavy bags or gripping things tightly in both hands, that's a good start. If you use a walking stick, make sure you're still allowing your other arm to swing naturally. Practice walking a short distance and consciously relax your shoulders and arms. Let them hang loosely at your sides and see if you can initiate a gentle forward and backward swing. Opposite to your legs. Left leg forward. Right arm forward. Right leg forward. Left arm forward. It should feel relaxed and natural, not forced. The range of the swing doesn't need to be huge. Even a small, relaxed swing makes a difference. What does this gentle arm swing actually do for your balance? As I mentioned, it acts as a counterweight. Imagine you're standing on a seesaw. If you lean too far one way, you need to shift something the other way to stay balanced. Your arms do this automatically when they swing in opposition to your legs. They help maintain your rotational stability, preventing you from swaying excessively from side to side. This is particularly helpful when navigating turns or uneven ground. A good arm swing also helps with rhythm and momentum, making your walk smoother and less effortful, which in turn can help you maintain better posture, trick 1, and execute the rolling foot motion. Trick 2. Sometimes, people find their arm swing has become restricted due to stiffness in their shoulders or upper back. Gentle shoulder rolls and arm circles done regularly can help improve mobility and encourage that natural swing. Even just standing still and gently swinging your arms forwards and backwards can help remind your body of this movement. Incorporating this gentle swing trick into your walks can make a noticeable difference to your stability and your walking efficiency. You'll likely feel more balanced, more coordinated, and even less tired on longer walks because your body is working together more effectively. So, while your legs are doing the hard work of propelling you forward, your arms are the unsung heroes quietly helping you stay upright and steady. Moving on from the swing of things, the fourth secret trick focuses on where you place your feet relative to each other. This is the right stride trick. As we get older, some people tend to shorten their stride, taking very small, tentative steps. Others might try to take strides that are too long, perhaps trying to walk faster or cover ground quickly. Both extremes can be detrimental to balance. Taking very short, tiny steps can lead to a shuffling gait, which we've already discussed is risky. It also means your base of support, the area covered by your feet on the ground, is constantly very small, making you less stable, especially when one foot is lifted. On the other hand, taking strides that are too long can mean that for a moment, both feet are off the ground during the transition, or that your front foot lands too far in front of your body's center of gravity, pulling you forward and making you less stable. The right stride trick is about finding the stride length that is just right for you. It should feel comfortable and allow for that smooth, rolling foot motion. Trick 2. Your steps shouldn't be so short that you feel like you're shuffling, nor so long that you feel like you're reaching or lunging. A good stride length means that when your front foot lands, it's roughly underneath your body or just slightly ahead of your hips, not way out in front. Your back foot should lift off the ground naturally as you roll through the step. How do you find your right stride? Pay attention to how your walk feels. Does it feel choppy and unstable? Your steps might be too short. Does it feel like you're having to strain or reach? Or like you're pitching forward? Your steps might be too long. A comfortable, stable stride allows for a smooth, continuous flow of movement from one foot to the other. It should feel rhythmic. Try walking a short distance and experimenting with slightly different stride lengths. Start with what feels natural, then try making your steps slightly longer or slightly shorter. Notice how each feels in terms of balance and effort. You'll likely find a length that feels the most stable and efficient. It's not about measuring your steps. It's about listening to your body and how the movement feels. The right stride often goes hand in hand with the rolling foot trick. A proper heel-to-toe roll helps set up the right stride length. If you're rolling through your foot and pushing off with your toes, your leg will naturally swing forward to a comfortable position for the next step. If you're shuffling or walking flat-footed, your stride will almost inevitably be too short. Finding your right stride length improves your balance because it ensures your base of support is adequate during each phase of the walking cycle. When your front foot lands relatively close to your body, your weight is efficiently transferred over it. If it lands too far away, you create leverage against yourself, which requires more muscle effort to control and reduces stability. Practicing your right stride means developing a more confident, grounded step. Combine this with keeping your tall spine, trick 1, using the rolling foot trick 2, and allowing the gentle swing of your arms, trick 3. And you're building a complete picture of a stable walking gait. These aren't isolated actions. They work together to create a harmonious, balanced movement. Thinking about your stride length consciously for a while can help retrain your body to adopt a more stable pattern naturally over time. It's about quality over quantity, taking stable, well-controlled steps rather than focusing on taking lots of small ones quickly. So, we've talked about standing tall, rolling your feet, swinging your arms, and finding the right stride. Now we come to the fifth and final secret trick. And this one is about paying attention. This is the mindful step trick. It sounds simple, perhaps even obvious, but how often do we really pay attention to the ground we're walking on or the act of walking itself? We might be distracted by our thoughts, looking at our phone though, hopefully not while walking, or chatting with someone. While it's lovely to enjoy your surroundings or conversation, a certain level of mindfulness about where you are stepping is absolutely vital for preventing falls. Uneven pavements, small cracks, curbs, wet leaves, puddles, rugs with curled up edges indoors. These are all common culprits for trips and slips. The mindful step trick is about being aware of your environment and consciously placing your feet securely. It means looking ahead, using that forward gaze we talked about in trick 1, not just to maintain posture, but to scan the path ahead for potential hazards. It means assessing the surface before you step onto it. Is it smooth or bumpy wet or dry? Is there a change in level when you encounter an obstacle, like a curb or a puddle? It's about deliberately planning your step to navigate it safely, rather than just trying to hurry over it. This might mean slowing down slightly, lifting your foot a little higher, or choosing a different path. It's about making a conscious decision about where your foot is going to land. Practicing the mindful step is really about developing awareness. When you're out for a walk, take a moment to really see the ground. Notice the texture, the variations. Are there any loose stones or uneven slabs when you're walking indoors? Be aware of rugs, changes in flooring, or anything left on the floor that could be a trip hazard. It sounds straightforward, but in our busy lives, we often go on autopilot. Bringing your attention back to the physical act of walking and the environment around you is a powerful fall prevention strategy. It allows you to make micro adjustments to your balance and your stride length. Trick 4 in real time to deal with what the ground throws at you. For example, if you see a slightly uneven patch of pavement coming up, being mindful allows you to prepare. Maybe take a slightly wider stance as you step over it, or slow your pace. This trick is perhaps the most surprising one for many people. We often focus on the mechanics of walking, but the mental aspect, the awareness, is just as important. It's the difference between walking through an environment and walking in an environment. When you walk mindfully, you are actively engaging with the space around you, rather than just moving through it passively. This heightened awareness gives you crucial seconds to react to unexpected changes. It also makes walking a richer experience. You might notice things you never saw before. So, the mindful step trick is about keeping your eyes ahead, scanning the path, and being deliberate about where you place your feet, especially on challenging surfaces. So, there you have it. 5 secret walking tricks that aren't really secrets at all, but fundamental principles of stable walking that many of us have perhaps forgotten or neglected over the years. We've talked about finding your tall spine using the rolling foot action, allowing a gentle swing with your arms, finding your right stride length, and taking a mindful step by paying attention to your surroundings. These 5 simple adjustments, practiced consistently, can make a profound difference to your balance and confidence when walking. Remember that feeling of being wobbly or the fear of falling. We talked about at the start, by incorporating these tricks, you're actively working to counteract those issues. You're building a stronger foundation for every step you take. It might feel like a lot to think about at once, but don't worry. Start by focusing on just 1 or 2 tricks during your next walk. Maybe focus on lifting your gaze and finding that tall spine, once that feels a bit more natural. Add in thinking about the rolling foot motion. Gradually build them up, little by little. These new ways of moving will become second nature. Remember, small changes can make a huge difference to your health and happiness. Being able to walk confidently means more independence, more opportunities to socialize, to enjoy nature, to do your errands, basically, to live your life to the fullest without that nagging worry. Practicing these tricks isn't just about preventing falls. It's about regaining your freedom and enjoyment of movement. Think about how good it will feel to step out the door with a renewed sense of confidence. Knowing you have simple tools to help you stay steady on your feet. Walking is one of the best things you can do for your health. And by improving how you walk, you're making that activity even more beneficial and much safer. If you found these tricks helpful, or if you already practiced some of them, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. Sharing your thoughts can help others too. And if you enjoyed this video and want more practical tips like these for staying healthy, active, and independent as you get older, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got lots more helpful content coming your way. Don't let the fear of falling hold you back. Embrace these simple walking tricks. Take things one step at a time and live your best life at every age.